It says testing your broadcast. So I haven't been, I haven't been live in a while. We'll see what happens here. It's supposedly testing my broadcast. I guess it's not going to let me go live. And there we go. You're live. Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome to Homegrown USA, where we demand the truth. We read our Bibles and home remedies work. I want to check and make sure you guys can hear me. We got a lot to go over tonight. It's been a week. So, yeah, it's been a week and we've got a lot of stuff to go over. I'll wait until a couple of you guys get in here if it works, because I haven't been live for a while. Hey. So we are live. There we go. We got a ton of stuff to go over tonight. Actually, yeah, a lot of stuff to go over. So I'm going to wait for a couple people to get in here and say hello. And we're going to go over it. Truthflix, yo, how y'all doing? Diane, Laura, how you doing? CJ Blaze, you were the first one in here. That never happens. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff. I don't think we'll probably have a lot of people tonight, but maybe we will. And we'll put a timestamp, so anybody that's watching the repeat, you guys can just hop to the news. Got a lot of crazy stuff going on, and I have to get live again, and if I mess up tonight, please forgive me. So I'm just getting back in the saddle here. So yeah, we got half of 10 Gen News. Does that make sense? Half of 10 Gen News. Or how about High C? Can you guys hear me? Are we good to go? West Virginia Prepared Mind, how you doing? Jesus is King, amen. I just got my whole video demonetized by saying that, and I don't care. Can you guys hear me? Just give me a one. Just one. Just one's good. You guys can hear me? Stephanie Diaz, how you doing? Nobody cares. Hello. That seems to be the truth. Nobody cares. Back in the saddle. You guys can hear me? I had problems getting up and going, so we're here. I figured it out though. You got to put all this information in, and it's craziness. All right, you guys can hear me. All right, guys, let's get to it. So we'll put a timestamp down here, and you guys can just go to the timestamp and get to the news. I'm gonna flip over here and see what we got going on here. So let's start over here. I gotta turn this down a little bit. All right. So let's start here, and especially for people that have never been to the show before. And there's a reason I'm starting over, because it's been a week, and I really want to show everybody kind of what's going on. So half the stuff I'm showing you guys, I cannot say. That's the kind of show I have tonight. I can't say. So we start off with this Florida sheriff urges residents to, yeah, the looters who break into their homes. So this is like really not nice, right? So that's what he's telling these people to do. And when I saw this, I was like, wow, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, if they come into your house, just do that. That's typically what anybody would do, but really, like, is it really that? I guess it is. So if you guys notice, there's like I don't know, it's kind of like a pick your side going on that I'm noticing, and it's very interesting to say the least, and I'll show you why. So the next thing I came into, you know how I get down these, so this here, Kansas City police, more than 150 arrested, but 20 officers injured during, okay, so they don't tell you much here, but check this out. It says, it should be noted that several of the arrest persons were legally armed. Okay. And this chief said 12, interesting number, right? 12 of the arrested were from what we are calling out of town and more than an hour away drive. So these people are coming to this town and they're more than an hour away. Okay. You guys see this live? You can pull this up right now. It's live. It's Times Square. So I'm like, had this Times Square picture up, and the reason I asked that question is, do you see how calm that is? It's calm. Like, That's how it typically looks, like that. So all the TV has this crazy, crazy stuff going on. I mean, like smoke bombs and name it, like all this craziness going on. And this is what it looked like in real life. I witnessed it. This is the first thing I did is came back to Earth Cam. I'm like, that was interesting. So, yeah, moving right along. I just wanted to note that. Some of this stuff I have the tabs, I never refreshed them so I could keep it. Leaders say that this damage is not caused by Minnesotans, and that's because of this. You guys can read this, I'm sure. I hope you can read that. Yes, you can read that. So these actors are needed, and it says, Craig's List. Interesting, huh? And I didn't refresh it just because I've been trying to get live for like 3 or 4 days and had problems doing it. So now we got Nashville City Hall set ablaze. Yep, they're burning that down. But then look here, Nashville. Yeah, interesting, huh? So I know you guys know this is happening. I caught this too. Mr. T says prepare to deploy several army bases around the country. Like they're the key words. But look what the title is. What you need to know legally about the military heading to Minneapolis. This article has nothing to do with that. It says President has requested that the U.S. Army issue prepare to deploy. Orders from the military police units from several Army bases around the country. It's just so misleading, and everything we read, we have to kind of be careful. And if you guys notice something really interesting, is now we have these people involved. It's like, okay, National Guard mobilizes, and all along we're trying to figure out what's really going on. Like, what's going on here? So we get this craziness, and then all of a sudden we found this. I got this. Thank you, West Virginia Prepared Mind sent this to me. Thank you so much. And I was floored at what this said. It says, protest jobs was great work to supplement my trust fund income. I work only 3 protests a year and make over $9,000. For shopping with my girls, screaming at the top of my lungs, never felt so good. I was like, what? Yeah, no joke. And by the way, really, really good catch. So I believed it, I heard it, but really, I'm like, you know what I mean? It's like, people do that, and it's, I guess, cool. And you got to think, if you really didn't have that much money, would you do it? To feed your kids? I mean, if you look at it, it's all played out, and everybody's just doing just what it says. So I found that interesting. And again, if you guys haven't subscribed to West Virginia Prepared Mind, she's in the chat. Go ahead and hop on over there and show her some love. To actually see it kind of floored me because I never saw it before. I saw the Craigslist stuff, but that stuff's ridiculous. Now we're going to make this guy sound really funny, and I'm going to play this, and hopefully this works out great. And if you guys didn't see it, this will kind of open your eyes.
At one point, a woman sort of facetiously asked if there were any paid protesters from the House. And of course everybody shouted no and groaned. But you stood up and indicated that you are a paid protester. What did you mean by that?
Well, I meant, like we all get paid to
I don't know. Please explain.
And he's laughing.
Well, it's a difficult thing to explain, but basically, anytime that you're given the opportunity to protest and somebody will pay you to do it, that's like twice as good as just doing it on your own time. So you weren't kidding around. You actually meant that you have been paid at some point to protest? How can I get in on that? Yeah, okay, so, go to, GeorgeSoros.com.
Okay, so it changes my voice, too. So you go to thisguys.com, right? And I'm like, well, let's check into this stuff and just check if this is real or fake. Wow, Open Society Foundation's upcoming events, and it actually shows you how much they spent. So it's like 2016, and watch how it goes up 2017, 18, 19, 2020. Right here you go. Their budget, guys, is 261.1 million. Like, seriously? Maybe we are in the wrong business, We're all doing something wrong. I mean, that's a lot of money, really. So, yeah, I found that interesting. And all the stuff we typically go down is interesting. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please resubscribe. A lot of people aren't getting notifications. This is crazy. It will never go away, even with a shot. Never. It's never going away, guys. That's interesting, right? Like, really? And then it says Arizona Department of Health Services says that these people here did not account for the people that stayed at home order being lifted. So basically what they're saying is, it's getting bad again. And we never, ever, ever thought that people would leave their houses. And now it's bad. I'm like, okay, keep with me here for a minute. Oh, it gets real good. If I can get everything to load. Now, this is interesting, and I pulled this up for a reason. This shows all the places it is. And there's a reason I'll come back. Where cases are increasing. Now, if you look at all these places, California, Texas, Florida, yada, yada. I'm going to come back there and show you something interesting. So this whole thing that's being done, let's just say it that way, is being done because of this.
With our country still in the grips of the coronavirus emergency. In the past 24 hours, there have been more than 19,000 new cases reported here in the United States and 600 new deaths.
They love that number 19. 19. 19's, I guess, just a normal number, right? 9, 1, 1, 9. So they're saying that, because of this happening, this is out of hand. It's out of hand. So, well, common sense would tell you everybody's going to be, put back in their houses, right? If this keeps continued, that would be the logical way to think. But the difference is now Ohio National Guard teams to conduct COVID testing in Ohio nursing homes. Interesting, because the difference now is we have the National Guard. This doctor, who you can read, says there's a chance that this vaccine may not provide immunity for very long. Like, what? So you're going to give me a vaccine that don't work and it might not last long? Oh, and you know how Hollywood stars have fake names? Well, check this dude's name out. Seriously, this is pretty interesting. I'm like, what does that name mean? The jaws of a carnivore. I can't make it up right here. What does this name mean? Oh, and a sickle. Well, who comes back with a sickle? I know we got some Bible believers out there. Really? The jaws of a carnivore. I just could not get over that. So, will this have a second peak? Yes, and who warns it could be sooner than you think? Okay. So, U.S. Defense. Now, what's the Defense Department got to do with high C? High C? Or half of 10G testing? Yeah, the Defense Department. What did they got to do with this here? Like, really? The U.S. Department of Defense is bringing high C tests and experiments to 7 more military bases across the nation. It announced Wednesday. It's already available in some parts of the U.S. Okay. The 7 new sites are Fort Hood, Texas, Norfolk, Virginia, Joint Base Pearl Harbor, Hickman, Hawaii, Joint Base San Antonio, Texas, National Training Center for... Guys, these are Air Force bases. Why is this stuff right here in Air Force bases, right? I don't understand it. It's Air Force. They're putting them in Air Force bases. Like, well, it started to dawn on me, and I'm like, This is interesting. Check this out. Well, I'm going to come back to this. So, Air Force bases. CJ sent this to me. And it says DOD named several installations and sites for second round. Oh, what's that say? Second round of, yeah, a second round of high C technology testing, technology experimentation. They're experimenting with this, and testing. They are naval base, Norfolk, Virginia, Joint Base. Here's where they're doing it at. It's all bases, naval bases, Air Force bases, and the second round, and it goes on and on and on with the Department of Defense strategy and the military and the connectivity of everything and everyone and everywhere. I'm like, you guys, could that? I mean, I don't know. But, like, why? I mean, seriously, you got to ask yourself why. That's a legit question. Like, it kind of makes sense. And then I went to this. You click on this link. I'm going to put all these links down below. And this is declassified information. And, of course, I can't take and read the whole everything on the show. But it talks about the deployment of high C capabilities will also be far more disruptive than those of prior generations. Something to look into, huh? So, yeah. And then they talk about a STEM. They're going to implement STEM in that document I just showed you. And STEM is a new way that our children are being taught.
Well, STEM is a new approach. STEM is recognizing that the world is changing.
So if you go back to this document, she just said STEM is recognizing that the world is changing. It's on page 5. And they're implementing this in the way they teach our kids. It says the Department of Defense STEM programs a long history with university and laboratory partnerships. If you really pull this stuff apart, guys, you're going to find out so much stuff. And it's mind-boggling, and it's hard to cover all in one show. It would take me all night, and I just couldn't believe it. So I got this, and I told CJ Blaze, I said, hey, look, I've got to use this show because this teaches us all one thing. Check this out, guys.
Frazier is president of Silco Fire and Security, the company expanding its focus of protecting people and property to help during this pandemic.
We've been kind of thinking, how can we help businesses return to normal?
They've added technology that can check temperatures from cameras and kiosks, eliminating human contact and saving time.
It's peace of mind for fellow employees or for patrons or guests in a different type of business.
So imagine going to school or a museum. Thermal imaging cameras can check for temperatures, weeding out anyone who may be too hot, one of the symptoms of COVID-19.
We can better screen people, whether they're workers or guests, and detect those who may have a fever that could be, spreading the virus. This will help do that and allow people to return to work more safely.
The cameras can detect a fever even if someone has on a face mask. It focuses in on the forehead or the side of the face.
And is accurate within half a degree, and some systems can even handle large crowds.
The camera can take temperatures from the 32 people simultaneously. And will draw a green box around the person's face if they have a temperature that's below the threshold that you set, or a red box around their face.
And that's just simply crazy.
Like, really? So basically, yeah, I think this is here to stay. And, it's hard to think about when you go to Walmart, if you're half a degree over, they're gonna. This is the future, guys. We got
Super chat.
Thank you for the super chat. Vax is ID 2020, and it is still a plan to be implemented despite the distractions. Yep, you're exactly right. Distractions of the world stage. Also check out. Yep, DARPA Hydra Gel. I agree 100% with that. That's what I'm finding out myself. It is here to stay, and I agree with you 100% that all this stuff is 100% distractions. you guys didn't go over and subscribe to CJ. She just put something up a little bit ago, and I didn't get to check it out yet. But you guys hop over there and show her some love. So we got a second round coming out with this high C5. You know what I'm talking about. I had to show you guys this because I don't know. I knew this from a long time ago. I'm trying to, yeah, got the wrong screen up. I told you guys I'd mess up. So anyhow, let me see here. There's CJ Blaze. Hop over and say hello. I didn't get a chance to see the last video she just put up. But anyhow, I noticed this is a lot. Stadium-sized asteroid heading near Earth, right? So we hear about all these asteroids all the time. All these asteroids are always, you know, coming to get us. Well, I got a question for you. Did you guys ever see this? We've seen it, right? A million times. And 11 times the statue is destroyed in movies, right? So you got all these movies: Deep Impact, Escape from New York, X-Men, Day After Tomorrow, all these. I mean, you can keep on going down, Godzilla. But typically, you know, they show her or him underwater. You guys seen this, right? So this is the bill, and this is supposedly New York City, and this is water. And you can see it right here. And then you can see it right here is the Hoover Dam. And here the dam's closed on the old 50, and here the dam's open. So, yeah, how many movies have we seen this in? Transformers, name them. Now, this happened, right? The pictures you're looking at. So, I guess my question is, do you guys think that those two events could happen again? New York, underwater, the Hoover Dam break. Yeah or no? Let your comments in. I just want to see what you think. I personally think it's possible. Because of all the movies and stuff, I think it's 100% possible that we can see those two events happen. Is it related to this? Who knows? But yeah or no? I want to see what you guys think. Because that became real. Right there. There's both of them. Then it got hit, and it goes all the way down. I think the answer is yep. But you know, we could all be wrong. So this executive order came out, online censorship. I'm sure you guys know about it. And it's another question. Do you think that this online censorship, everybody knows who this is. This video has been removed for violating YouTube's terms of service. I'm not even going to say the name of the channel. He was live, he was walking down the street, and he got cut off. So this whole online censorship, I don't think it's going to change. You guys can talk about it in the comments. Watch out for the food you guys eat. Vincent, actually a friend of mine, I got to know him really good, sent this picture in, and look at what's inside this thing. Make sure I'm showing you. Yeah, I'm showing you right. Yeah, that's what's inside this apple. So you guys watch the stuff you're eating. I was like, man, I got to show the audience that. That's insane. So we're at the maps. Good deal. Check and see how the maps are doing. Pennsylvania got hit really, really hard last night. So Pennsylvania's out. Arkansas, Mississippi. Now, Philly, severe storm, prompt tornado warnings. These things are popping up out of absolutely nowhere. I mean, I watched it last night. I couldn't believe it. 3 dead, nearly 140,000 lose power. Yeah, all that stuff was around. It was around me last night, and it was crazy. So we got this big storm. I wanted to show you guys exactly where it's going to hit and the time it's going to hit. So it's right down here. But what we don't know, they're not talking about it. There's a storm for the East Coast coming up. So here comes the one that we know about. And I'm going to show you what the name of that storm actually means. So we don't need that. We don't need that. And if you notice, it's a circular. I mean, all the wind. I personally think this is going to regroup and going to be huge because the way it's forecasted, it goes all the way up through the United States, all the way to Canada. So I'm skipping through stuff here that we don't need to see. Look at the frequencies going through the air tonight. Unbelievable. You know, unbelievable. So there's the frequencies, guys, and here's the actual weather. Let's refresh this. So there's like nothing going on in here, and you come back and look at that. It just never ceases to amaze me. So here's the forecast. So check this out. So right there you can already see the storm. Let's pause this so I can go a little slower. So it's already affecting Florida. And then we go to June 7th and it's touching down. But watch how far up this storm goes. All the way up. And then towards the end of next week, we got something coming right into the, here it comes, coming right into the East Coast. It ought to be interesting. Or they took it down. I ran this a little bit ago. It's right there. But they had it predicting to, well, it's kind of hitting here, but it was bigger a little bit ago. They refreshed it and redid the model. So anyhow, let's refresh this and see if we got any new information on it. So it's Cristobal. Christ, see it without the H. Cristobal. And I was curious. I'm like, well, okay, here's the pattern. It moves every day. They did have it going straight up, but it's supposed to come in and hit landfall 1 p.m. Sunday and then 1 a.m. Monday. So it's pretty much going to hit in nighttime from what it looks like, and that's the direction it's going. But yeah, look at this thing, guys. Cristobal. In my curiosity, Cristobal, he who holds Christ in his heart. Definition is, I can't make it up, and I'm not going to say it. A bad Hispanic, someone who just don't give a F, really. That's what the name of the storm is. He who holds Christ in his heart and someone who just don't really give an F. What do you think of that? So this is interesting. Heat wave. I kept this up so it remind me. You guys notice anything about that map? There's 94. There's 90s all over here. Everywhere on that map. Remember when the map used to turn red when it was hot? Like anything on 90 degrees was red. This looks like everything's perfect, right? And it's not. If you look at the 100-degree mark, it's just turning orange at 100 degrees. It has to be 110 now to turn red. So visually it looks normal. It looks like the whole country's just having the best weather in the world, and that's not true. It's very deceptive, and I caught that, and I'm like, nah, I need to show you guys because that there's crazy. So moving right along. This is total rainfall, guys. Let's check 180 hours out. Yeah, I don't know how many people are planting, but that's not going to work good. It's not funny. You know, I shouldn't laugh, but sometimes it's all you can do. We got this going on too. Almost a dozen earthquakes recorded in a cluster near Yellowstone Park in the last 24 hours. And look at this. Yeah. So we had some big ones come off. Okay, so Japan, Indonesia, 4.4. Earthquakes are jacking up. I mean, they're raising. We're getting more and more earthquakes, and I'm getting more alerts for them. So, as you know, we checked the tsunamis. There's none of them going on. I already checked. Human residents, frequencies. Frequencies are important and they matter. Let's check and see how high it is tonight. I didn't get a chance to check this yet. I was trying to get live, and now I figured out exactly how to do it. So next time I'll be ready. Where is it at? Oh, 7.83 hertz is what it's supposed to be. And let's check it out. We got, so this is your frequency minimum, 7.83. That's 7.43. And 8.03 is the max. So it's above what it's supposed to be. Power is 30. It's a little high. Air now, if you go to Google, type in air now, you can put your zip in there and get, yeah, it looks pretty rough in some places. So if you see any of that stuff, you can go and check that out. Here's the swarm of deadly mutant ticks invade Russia with 2,125 children attacked. You guys, I personally think all this stuff is a distraction. I really do. And I don't know. Do you guys agree with that? We've got all these distractions going on, and including, you know, the tension that's in the country. I think all of it's a distraction. All of it. I think every single bit of it. I think there's like 3 things that we should worry about. And Yeah, they're all in the beginning of the show. And I try and ignore the other stuff, but you see this stuff and it's about children. But, I just personally think that. I don't think, I could be dead wrong. I could be wrong. But, man, I'll tell you, it's just every day it's something else. That's why I don't like reading the news. So this is the mysterious pandemic illness in 64 New York. They're mystery pediatric. This is children. 64 new mystery illnesses. Now you guys know this is how the other one started. Illinois 6-year-old Illinois boy battles mysterious illness. This is exactly how the first round, let's say, started. Okay, we're at recalls here, and this is kind of important. They recalled this Nestle prepared foods, lean cuisine. I don't know if anybody would have this in their freezer. I'm going to show you the label. It's a 9 1/4 ounce retail carton containing lean cuisine fettuccine alfredo. Package date was April 22nd, and they don't show you much on this. I showed this on my last show, but if there's someone here that has this, a box of stuff sitting around, it's no good. You might want to get rid of it. And also, I noticed this. Let me find it here. Where's it at? Raviolis. I'm like, really? Okay, raviolis May 12th, but this is canned goods. So this is the label for this. It was out 11/30/2020. This is no good. And I'm noticing a lot of the food, well, we already know a lot of the food that we eat is no good. So if you have any of that, toss it. It's not any good. And here you go, guys. Brace yourself for blackouts for the summer. And it's time to buy that generator. Is it pretty bad when they actually tell you, you guys, it's time to get a generator and we got blackouts coming? I mean, I don't know. I laughed when I saw that. I'm like, most of us have generators, but really? I guess that's for people that just don't get it. Or maybe they want sales to increase. EMP Shield, if you guys aren't protected with this, these guys do work with the Department of Defense and all them people we just talked about and try and keep our government safe from EMPs. If you use Homegrown, you get $50 off. You guys can check that out if you're interested. I wanted to end this show today with how beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of him that bringeth good tidings, that published peace, that bringeth good tidings of good and published salvation, that saith unto Zion, thy God reign. And I wanted to bring that just to point out something. You guys, there's always, I'm bumping stuff around. There's always a prayer in my description box. If you want to grow a closer relationship with the Lord, go in my description box and check that out. Oh, before I forget, you guys can give me a thumbs up. Actually, not me. There's a guy, and his name is Kyle. And Kyle said, would you like t-shirts? And I said, you know what? Sure. Why not? Send me some t-shirts. If there's any creators out there that are looking for t-shirts that don't want to go with the typical, I don't know the name of the company, but wants to help out someone with 2 kids that has a print shop and they're just starting up, this guy is so good to work with. He's a really cool guy, and look at the job he did. I'll just pull this away. It says demanding the truth, and in the backs. So I told him, I said, you know what? I'll help you out anytime. And I said, there's probably some channels, even small channels. He sent me 3 samples and stuff, and I'm like, if you click on the link in the description box, you can check his store out. Because I told him, I said, you know what? I'll get you some people over there to get some t-shirts. And if anybody wants a t-shirt with the demanding the truth of the Homegrown USA, that link's in the bottom too. So yeah, any of you guys that want a good deal on t-shirts, just to have yourself. For me personally, I think this is cool. They have 2. He sent me 2 of the 2 that I have. This is really soft. It's real soft. It's that non-sweat stuff. You don't sweat in it, and you really don't, because it's really hot in here. And then this is the typical t-shirt. One's I think he calls them a sport shirt. One's just a regular t-shirt. This one here. So the print turns out a little bit darker on the sport shirt. But if you guys are interested in that, you're more than welcome to check it out. But I was more interested in getting people to know his store, because there's a lot of creators out there that probably would like to have some t-shirts. And he's he's actually fun to work with. He's like, I'll do it. And if you check the original out, it has the flag on the arm. And like I said, these were just samples. So really, really good guy. You guys check him out. I'm thinking if there's anything I'm forgetting here. No, I don't think there is. That's about it. I think I got every single thing covered. You guys, how are you guys doing? I want to say hello for just a minute. We got some people in here tonight. Nice to see you guys. It actually feels good to be back online. I was a little nervous to get back online because every time I hit go live, it would ask me another question. I had boxes coming up like, do you want to go on Twitter? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And I'm like, I just want to go live. I was like a nervous wreck before I could even get up here. I'm like, don't ask me one more question. Or I've been walking around the house, taking a break, and I'm like, okay, let's sit down, calm down, and go live. 5 boxes pop up. And then now you have to fill out all your information. It's crazy. But thank the Lord it's done, because I plan on going live a lot more now. I had requests to go live, and that's what we did. Oh, this is important. Well, to me it's important. I have got the best news in the world. So you guys know that I've been handing Bibles out. And I don't ask for anything if I don't need it. I typically do a video, and then we get requests, and then I wait and I do another video. But guess what, guys? We've got, well, 1, 2, 3, we got 5 books here, right? This comes out of, so they're all spoken for. But I had to go out and find a children's Bible. Check this out. So this is the one I picked, and it's absolutely, I love this little thing. The Children's Illustrated Bible. And look inside of this. This is what I'm going to be if people request a children's Bible. I'm jealous. I'm like, man, why didn't they have this stuff when I was a kid? But every page, every single page in here is like printed. Like it's, and it goes through the Bible like real simple. And you read like 1 page of this a night, like you could totally teach a child the Bible in a very short amount of time. So I thought you guys, especially all you guys that help out, you know what I mean? This is going, these 5 books, you guys helped put these in the hands of a little boy or little girl. And that's there's not really much cooler than that. So these are getting shipped out Monday. So all you guys that help out and donate for the Bibles, if you can, please do. If not, share the video, because the coolest thing that we're doing on this channel is getting these in houses. Everybody, why don't you get the free ones? Could you imagine a child with a free Bible? Did you ever see how cheap they're made? Like, this thing's got real good binding in it. You know, it's a very, very nice book. You can drop this on the floor. It's solid. You know, and maybe the kids will have it when they get old like us. So, you guys want to help me out, the link's in the description box below. If not one person today, let's see if I know how to end this stream. If not one person today told you that they love you, I do. Please like, share, and subscribe. Prayer requests are always welcome. We're all going through hard times right now. Please put your prayers down there. I'll pray for you. And if someone else prays for you, they'll give you a thumbs up. I promise they will. DemandingTheTruth.com. I'm trying to get the links to the t-shirts and get everything in one place for you guys. But for right now, everything's in the description box. We can put some truth on Facebook, which is a lot of fun. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and check me out. And like, share, and what is it? Like, share, and subscribe. That's what it is. I made this ending for you guys. I hope you like it. God bless you.
Careful who you cross, careful who you test. Give me your worst and you'll get my best. 'Cause I don't know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. pride. Standing like a mountain, looking the devil right in his eyes. Know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. I am a fighter. I am a fighter. I am a fighter. I am a fighter. Fighter. Got no limits, I got no fears. Only got my blood, my sweat, and my tears. Know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. I am a fighter. I am a fighter. I am a fighter. I am a fighter. Like smoke from a gun, like a brand new sun. Since the day I was born a fighter, I rise up, like smoke from a gun, like a brand new sun. Since the day I was born a fighter, I rise up, like smoke from a gun.